We'll reconvene. Welcome, Bronwyn.
Thank you, George.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started?
Yeah, you've probably got in the packet, regarding why do I want to be a county commissioner? You can see much of my life was spent in county government. When I married, my husband was from New Hampshire and I moved out to New Hampshire with him and decided to run for, county commissioner out there, Merrimack County Commissioner. I was elected and I served several years as a county commissioner and then chair of the Merrimack County Commissioners and then president of the New Hampshire Association of Counties and then president of the Women of the National Association of Counties. And a lot of my life has been in county government. I've done a lot. I think I've got a lot of knowledge and experience and I just want to help our county. I think I can do that. I think there's a lot I've learned.
Morning, Brown.
Morning.
Why do you want to become commissioner?
Oh,
You just answered that.
I-
Do the next one.
I thought you was doing the what personal qualities do you have that you feel that would make you the asset?
okay, personal qualities that would make me an asset to the board. I care about Clare County. I was raised here. I graduated from Harrison High School. My uncle Jim Darling was sheriff here for many years. My ancestors settled Clare County. I'm a part of Clare County. When my husband passed away, I moved back home. And I was able, before redistricting, I ran for county commissioner, was able to serve one term. And I think you've seen the letters in the packet supporting what I did when I was county commissioner. I do know a lot of county government. I have a lot of experience and I'd like to share. I'd like to help our county.
What do you feel is the key responsibility of a county commissioner?
Good question. You know, the budget's a big thing. Budget is very important and we need to be honest and open with our constituents. We need to look at that budget and we need to come to agreement with all the commissioners on the budget. It's a very difficult process, and the time that I was the commissioner here, we were in a dark time. There was a budget deficit. And because we did get a new county administrator who really stepped up and helped this county get out of that deficit, and because of the other commissioners who were active and working on that budget, we were able to get us out of the deficit and you know, put us back on the right track. We need to always be open to our constituents, talk to our constituents, and let them know what's happening with county government.
In addition to the county board of commissioner meetings, how flexible is your schedule? And would you be committed to other meetings that could be held in the daytime, evenings, such as township meetings, board meetings, committee meetings?
Yeah. I'm basically retired, although I never left county government after we were redistricted and I left county commissioner job. I stayed right here in county and worked with the court system in our county and my God, we need so much help in that area. Taking on probate cases, juvenile cases and so on. I set my own schedule. I know that if I were elected, I would have to probably give up that position is helping the probate county in my job as attorney, because there'd probably be a conflict of interest, okay? But I set my own schedule. When I was commissioner before, I attended all the board meetings, all the committee, and there are a lot, all the committee meetings, and really felt involved and wanted to be involved. So yeah, I don't see any problem at all with attending meetings or anything.
How much time are you willing to spend being involved in the county affairs, consider the pay is $12,000 per year?
Yeah, Rick, we know that what we're paid or what you're paid and how much work you do, they don't equate. But you know that when you sign on, you know that this is a full-time job. It really is. It's not a part-time job, and you've got to be committed to it.
What problems do you see with Clare County and how do you feel you can fix them?
Okay. Again, big issue with the county is the budget. I think one of the biggest. And in the past, when I was county commissioner before, as I say, we went through a very black period with a budget deficit. And thank God we've got our county administrator that we have now. And we've got the people on the board. A lot of you were here when we went through that deficit and worked together to write the deficit. Budgets, it can be a big problem. And we always have to look at that and look at what the people's needs are in the county. We have to look at finances and how we can address that issue. And we need to work with the department heads and see if they can come up with answers about helping us with the budget.
If you were appointed to the Board of Commissioners, what would be some of your individual group goals?
Okay. Individually, because I would really get involved, I think I probably would get involved with the state county commissioners association as well. And look at other counties and see what they're doing, see if there's things that we can do better. Or offer, if we're doing things better than they are, to work with them. There's a lot that we can do at the state and the national level, I think. And not only offers, or get ideas and advice, but we have, there's always a funding problem, always. And I think through the state and the National Association of Counties, we can maybe get more funding in, through different programs and such. Back in Merrimack County, New Hampshire, we were able to get funding for our Merrimack County Department of Corrections to offer programs, medical. We had a medical program for the inmates. We offered more services for the inmates. And that was through the national and the state associations. Funding is important, and we're always looking for more funding. And I think, God, our county administrators great at getting funding, but we can always use more. And I think that's one thing I would try to do is get more involved and see what else is out there. Through the state and the national associations.
Do you look at yourself as a policymaker or peacekeeper or both?
Well, both. Policies, yeah, again, I like to see what other counties are doing here at the state and the national level and see how our policies compare and, work with the rest of the commissioners on that. Peacekeeper, oh yeah, program the other night, I don't know if you saw it, but it talked about the revolution and how our country was formed and how we ended up with Congress and the Senate. And it was a combination of ideas from all of the you know, Adams and Washington and all of our forefathers, and some of them disagreed, but they came together. And now we, you know, we were able to get a stronger government because of it, and that's what we have here. We have a collaboration of good ideas, and we come together and we work and we solve those issues.
Oftentimes, this position will hear complaints from citizens on particular services or events and certain issues that come before the County Board of Commissioners. And it can become quite heated. Do you often deal with the pressures and the stress? And can you give a specific example?
Yeah, Ken, when the one term I was in, and a lot of you were here then too, that term, when we had a budget deficit, talk about stress. That was horrible. Jack remembers. And when we were able to get our new county administrator on board, and we were able to right the ship, and we all worked together, you know, and got that budget back on track. And you're open and honest with the people that you represent. That's really important. I think Clare County, that was a big proud day for us when we passed that budget, no deficit, and again, proud to have our new county administrator on board.
In the past years, Clark County has had to reduce department expenditures, including position elimination or staff reduction from full-time to part-time. How would you go about deciding where to make cuts, considering that most of our budget goes to salaries?
Yeah, I remember, again, back those difficult days, we did have to make cuts, and the departments helped. Actually, our administrator talked to the departments, and they were able to come up with some ideas. We can cut here, we can cut here, we can maybe raise some fees here. It's not just a one-person effort, it's an effort of all of us to come together and work to solve the issue. But I think involving the department heads, okay, we don't just leave them out of it. We talk to them, we compare with other counties. And I think it was very helpful what Lori did in giving us comparisons. Well, this is the size of our county government, this is what we're spending, and this is another similar size, and this is what they're spending on the department. And that helped a lot, saying, hey, maybe we are paying a little too much here. We need to make these cuts. Yeah, they're hard, but we've got to be realistic. When you come up, you know, you got to have evidence. You've got to have facts to support what you're saying and what you're doing. And it's difficult. It is difficult. We had a difficult time, but we did it. And I think we came together as a stronger county because of it.
If you are appointed, do you plan to run in the upcoming election?
Yes.
Do you have any questions for us?
Does everyone here plan on running for re-election? Is there anyone that doesn't? No, don't know. Oh, don't know yet? Okay. No, I've got a good team.
There's one more question.
Ask me next year.
Yeah. Oh, ciao.
There's just the last question. As a commission, we don't always agree on everything. And that's a good thing because we get to hear opposing views before we make a final decision. But even those decisions are not always unanimous. But when we leave, we're supposed to leave with a united front. You have problems supporting an opinion that you didn't personally support.
No, because it's a group decision. Yeah, we're not all gonna be at the same line. Again, I refer back just last night to the program on our forefathers and how they had such a difficult time coming together and deciding. about our government and how to form our government. And some wanted 2 representatives from each state, some wanted, based on population. And so therefore we have Congress and we have the Senate. Yeah, that's where ideas are made, you know, you come together, you all throw out your ideas and, you listen. You gotta listen to the other person. And then you decide, maybe it's not originally what you thought, but it's eventually, it's usually for the good of the whole. And that's what happens with, you know, with county government. We represent the people. And that's the most important thing.
Anything else?
Gee,
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
gentlemen. Thank
thank
you.
you.
You watch PBS, that special video,
I did you see it?
that was
So
my.
oh, inspiring. Oh, and you talked, Lori, you talked about favorite holidays. When I was in 5th grade, the teacher said, how many of you have a birthday on a holiday? And I raised my hand. She said, when's your birthday? I said, first day of deer season. Jeez. Okay.
For here, it is a holiday.
Yeah, for sure it is. Yeah, I didn't know any better.
So, that is better. Yes,
Thank you very much.
thank you. I will be calling you.
Okay.
You know, with everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.